Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I wanted to give you a final flip through of and I call this a briefcase folio. It's more like a mini album, I think. But I wanted to give you a final flip through of it. I have just tied it together with some ribbon. I couldn't really decide on a closure, so I just thought the ribbon was pretty. This is not a vintage ribbon, but it's a very pretty ribbon that one of you guys sent me. Now, on the front, on the spine, I put this trim, and this again was something that one of you guys sent me. I thought that was so pretty on there with these flowers. And then I put one of the little butterflies. These were in an E-Club kit a while ago. Let's see if you can see that one. There you go. And then down here, I just used some of the scrap paper and made a little pocket. Put a little journal tag in there. You can journal on the back of it if you want. And then, excuse my fingers, I've got glue all over them. I've been working all day on things. And then here I just cut out a little leaf out of some lace that I had, some trim. Here I have just an old book page. This is a vintage book page. And then some of our bling and a little label from Tracy Fox. And it is More Random Numbers is what her labels are called that I used in this collection. Now, this paper is Stamperia. I don't have any more of this, but I have more on order, so hopefully it will be coming in very soon. So that's the front cover. If you open it up, this was made from an old file folder, expandable file folder. So I will link all of the videos up to this point. I think there's 4. I'll link those below if you want to go back and watch the process on all of this. This, I just put a little flip open book. You can journal in here. Here, I haven't put any tags or anything in there yet, but I do have, let's see, I have a couple more tags I think that I could include in there. We could put those in there, and then these are kind of a fold out tags, and then I have more over here that I can cut and put in there, and I'll do that. And I didn't really put anything else here because I loved all those numbers in the background. This one, there's a pocket here. I've got to cut a big tag to go in there. That'll hold a huge tag, as you can see. This is Tracy's, and let's see, Tracy and Artie Mays got together and made this collection, and it is called Nature's Remedies. And then here I just have an old piece of book page, a little bit of what is that called? Cheesecloth, and then a label. This is one of Tracy Fox labels as well. And then here I've got to make another large tag to go in here. I have the same thing over here. I have an old book page, a label from Tracy. I made a couple of pockets here, and these are a couple of the tags that come from the collection. This come from the paper collection. So I made a couple of pockets there with tags. This page, I didn't want to cover any of this up, so I just put a little label down here that's got branch in the description. I thought that was too pretty to cover up, and this is one of the papers out of that Nature's Remedy. On this side, I put a half of a doily. I made a little pocket, put a clock there. And then that's an ephemera piece, and then that's a Tim Holtz ephemera piece. I put a little star in the center because I couldn't really find my little clock hands. And then it has a piece of lace behind it. That's vintage lace. And then it has just a little notebook in there, small one and a large one that you could do journaling on. So those go in there. And then on this side, this is a little pocket, or it's an open pocket that you can, this holds it together. You just pull the little lip out from under there. I'm trying to do it sideways. This is just a little brad that goes in there. I have a little postage stamp that I put right here. And this opens up where you can have all of this journaling. And I use this piece of tea-dyed paper just to cover up where I put that brad in there. And to close it back up, you just kind of do it like that. It goes back together. Now on this side, this was actually the outside of the paper collection. I didn't want to cover all this up. I started to cover it, and I thought, I like all that. I like that, and I like this. I didn't like what was right there, so I just put one of her little tea cards there. But I think all that's pretty, so I just didn't cover it. Now this one you might say, oh, you got a pocket upside down. I meant to do that. I had put this little tab on here, and I didn't want to cover that tab up. I put the tab down first. So I just put an upside down pocket. The page is actually right side up, but the pocket is up that way. So you can just tuck a few little things in there. And then I just fussy cut this little piece, or fussy tore it, and inked around it and put that down. So then on this side, again, I didn't want to cover that, so I just put a little label up there. This is from the collection as well, the Nature's Remedy collection. She has some of those little cutouts there. This page, I tried 2 or 3 different things to put on here, and I just couldn't come up with anything that I really liked. So I may just leave that one as is. I don't know. That may just stay. And everyone who gets it can decorate it if they want to, or they can just use it to journal on. Now this one, of course, this is that one that the pocket that we made, the open pocket that we made in the video, that you can just open it up and you've got all of this journaling space or places to put photos or anything like that that you might want. This just goes back through there, and then you just tie it back together and make a little bow like that. And then I just put one of our labels right here. Over here on the back of this pocket, I put a double pocket, so this is glued right down the center, and you've got a pocket here that's got a note card in it, and a pocket here that has a note card in it. Okay. Then on this side, I still need to make another large label to go in there. I put this little number from her collection there, and then here is a side tuck pocket, and I just put another one of those little notebooks that come out of the collection. I've just got the little circle glued there and just a side tuck on that. Then right here, this come out of the paper collection, and I just backed it with some of that tea-dyed paper that one of you guys sent me. And then it kind of opens up so you can journal on it, or, you know, whatever you might want to do. You can journal on both sides. And then I left this open so it would have a little tuck right there. So there's a little tuck there. And let's see. Oops, let me put a little bit more glue right here. I think I just pulled that up. All of this is still drying because I just finished it a little while ago. Glued all the pockets down. I had everything in here where I wanted it, but I just went through and made sure everything was glued. Okay, this one I put a little side tuck, and then I just got 2 little tags in there. Put a little number up here, and that is one of Tina's numbers, I do believe. And then here we have a little notebook that opens up, and then behind it I just left it open so you could tuck that little tag in there. And I didn't put, on a lot of these tags, I didn't put a topper on there. That's something that the person who gets it can do if they want to. Here I finally used that leaf that I had been wanting to use forever and forever. I thought that it went there. So this is just some lace that I glued down, and then I put that leaf there on the top. I just tore this out, glued that down, made a little pocket, and then I just put this little envelope in there, put some little flowers, lace flowers there, and a little vintage book page, and that just tucks down in there. Over here you've got double pockets, one here, and it's got some tags in the top, and then 3 tags in the bottom. So you can got all kinds of little tags in there, and I thought that was pretty. I didn't want to cover this paper, so I thought I'd leave it just as is. Over here I just tore a little piece of scrap paper that I had left and inked it, and then tucked a couple of little cards in there. So that's just a little tuck spot. And then right here I cut out one of these tags, or one of these pockets, and put in here. And I had not tucked the tag in because it was a little bit tight, and I wanted to see after it dried if I needed to trim it a little bit. And looks like I may back it and then trim it just a tiny bit so it'll go down in that pocket. But that's the tag for that pocket, so that will go in there. On this side, you have a little pocket that opens up, and it's just put together with these little strings and buttons that I made. So there's just a little pocket down in there. You can store all kinds of goodies in there if you want. And then it just closes back up like those inner office envelopes do. And this is just some jute twine that I have put around here. Okay. Then on this side, I didn't want to cover that up. I just thought that was too pretty to cover, so I left that page just as is. The person who gets it can put a pocket on there or cover it, put lace, do whatever. On here, I didn't do much. I just put a little pocket that I made, and then it's got a little tag in there. And I'll probably go back and put a little label right here. As a matter of fact, let me, while I've got you on here, she's got some little tickets right here, and I think they would be pretty there. So let's just do that. Let's just cut these out. And I may put one or I may put both. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to ink that a little bit so you can't see where I didn't cut all of the white away. There we go. Now we can fold those, or we can leave them open. So let's see. Do I want one on there or two? I'm thinking I might just put one on there and then just put a little piece of this paper torn. This has got some really pretty little flowers on there. We'll ink the edge. And then glue this down and then put one of the little tickets by it, I think. Like that. And then maybe this little ticket. Just tear that one right there. And we'll just put that ticket. I may just put it, how do I want to put it? Let's put it right up there. Like that. There we go. And then I didn't put anything else up here. I figured that you could use it for journaling or, you know, anything that you might want to do. On this one, I just clipped. I used some of our gold paper clips, and I just clipped this little notebook journaling card on there. I just thought I wanted you to be able to use that to journal on, so I thought I'd just clip that on. If someone wanted to glue it down after they got it, they could. Here, I just used some scrap paper to make a pocket, and then I put one of our little notebooks in there that we made on a video a few weeks ago. I think a couple of weeks ago. So that just tucks down in there. And then this side I didn't really do anything to except put a label on because I think that's so pretty. Here again, I just clipped this little pocket on here. It's a little pocket. And you could put a little journal card in there or a little piece of ephemera, something, or leave it as is. This, again, I didn't cover. I just thought that's too pretty to cover up. Here I used a little piece of our scrap paper rolls that we made. I just put one of those down here. It's got the pink and all the colors in it. This is just a little notebook that we made a while ago, and I just tucked that in there. Put a little paper clip on the end because it was trying to come up, and I may still have to put a little bit more glue underneath that. And that is on the back of another one of these pockets. And of course you'd have to take the paper clip off, and that just opens up like that. It's got some of the tea-dyed paper inside. Then you just close that back, and of course you could put your clip back on then if you needed it. And if you didn't need it here, you could put it somewhere else in your book, or clip something else. I think we'll put it right there for now because I think that's glued pretty good. Okay, over here again, I didn't cover that. I just put a little label there. And then on this side, I put one of the little fold-out books, and I just glued 2 sides, and then just tucked the little postcard under there for journaling. Made another pocket and put another tag in there. And then here I put, this is a pocket, and I put another one of our notebooks in there. It's got some of the vintage ephemera on the front of it. Tuck that down in there. Over here, and I didn't want to close this with a button or anything else, so I just put a paper clip on it. And it's another fold out. So I thought the paper clip worked on there. It's got some cheesecloth on it and then one of the labels. I didn't cover this up again because I love that. I think it's so pretty. I don't think it needs covering. And then on this side, I put a little piece of trim lace there. And then I just put a couple of little scrap pieces. This is a vintage, I think this is vintage. No, this one's not vintage book. This is like 1975 book page. And then this is just a torn piece of the paper. This is just a little snippet from our paper roll. Over here, I just tore a piece of scrap paper, put a little number on it, and then I tucked this in. And this just opens up like this. It's just 3 tags. I put a little flower at the top, a little number right there, and then I backed it with some of the grid paper that I have. So that just tucks back down in there. Nothing over here again, and then this is a pocket that just opens up like that. And I do have to still put something right down through here. That's the pocket that I glued upside down. So I put a little piece of paper down through here. So that's a pocket there. This is a little side tuck pocket. This is the music page that we covered with some napkin there. And then it has this little fold out in it that you can journal on the back or journal on the front. So that's just tucked in there. I didn't cover that at all. I thought that was cute just like it was. And I may go ahead and glue. No, I think I'll glue a label on that. I'll probably put a label on that one. A little pocket at the back, and then it just has 2 tags stuck down in there. And then there is the back cover. So that is how it goes together. There's the back of it. And then I just tied it back up. So that is it. That's the finish of this little folio. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm going to link all of the videos down below. I didn't want to do a video of everything that I did in the ending of this because I figured after 4 videos you may be getting a little tired of it. So you can just see what I did. Most everything in there is self-explanatory, so you can do one just like this too. This will go up in the shop for sale. I probably won't get it up today. I may get it up tomorrow. So if you're interested, then go over and check the store tomorrow. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for watching the series on making this journal. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.